Yeah, Matty. I mean, look, we can talk for an hour about his hitting, right?
Yeah.
That's what he's done. But I want to give him some love on first base because not everybody, you just can't stick people at first base. And we've seen it in the postseason throughout the years. Big plays happen at first base.
Yep.
I like Vladdy, and I like Vladdy's athleticism. And let's not forget who this guy was. This guy just didn't start playing first base his whole career. This guy was a third baseman. He came up as a third baseman. One of the things I saw from him was his ability to make throws, his ability to go to his left, his ability to go to his right, pick baseballs. And I think the transition case, going from third base to first base, has really helped him evolve into a Gold Glover, which he is at first base. So when I look at him from third base to first base, he's just an athletic freak when it comes to first base. We see him going to his right, making a strike. That is a really, really tough play.
Tough play.
Not many people can do that right now. And how agile he is with runners in first base. You know, he's got these springs in his feet, man. He's soft with it. He's slow. He's very athletic. But he's got these wiry hips where he's able to make all these moves. And then you know about the double play. Why? Because he's made these throws before from third base. So for him, it's just like a can of corn. It's very easy to do.
Yeah.
But the one thing I've noticed, Case, and I wanted to ask you about this, is the angles that you take as a first baseman. Because they're not the same as at second base, shortstop, and third.
Right.
These angles he's taking right now are exceptional, right? Like I'm seeing balls down the line. He's not going right at the line.
Right.
He's taking these angles towards the line to give himself more room.
Right.
How do you learn that, and when do you learn that? Do you just learn that right off the get, or do you learn that with experience?
I think you learn it with experience. I really do. You know, I think you learn, you know, if the ball's hit hard, if I got to get myself another foot, I'm going to angle that way. But I do agree with you, Yonder. Him being so good at third base, coming up as a third baseman, being athletic. You saw that one play where he makes the play to his right, and bam, he makes a perfect throw, almost like he's throwing it from third base. So there's so much that he does over here that's so athletic. And the step, and you're right, he has great feet. The step and the dive, you know, and I think the fact that he doesn't have to make that throw makes him even better over here. And as we've watched him year in and year out, he's only getting better.
And I think for the team, the infield defense is so crucial because now it gives a lot of confidence to that pitcher.
Right.
That pitcher early on in this game is going to throw to contact. The way you're calling games, you're not just calling that four-seamer at the top of the zone to get swings and misses or that nasty slider. No, you're throwing your two-seamer. You're throwing your sliders. You want to get weak contact because you know your infield's got you, but more importantly, you've got a guy in Vladimir Guerrero Jr. who's going to protect you, and he's going to cover everything. What I love most about him is the agility, the way he's able to move around the base. You know, this is a guy, like, when I see him at first base, he straddles the bag. You know, a lot of these first basemen nowadays, they're putting their foot on the bag. Not Vladdy. Vladdy's so soft with his feet that any throw that's thrown to him, he's able to adjust on the fly. If the ball is coming this way, he's adjusting and using the base. Remember, this is like a pizza box now. It's much bigger than what it used to be. So he's using this, and he's using athleticism and how he is with his hips, how he can get low to a baseball, where if the ball's going this way, he's going that way with it. If he's just... what I see with it's the range all around.
Yeah.
Not only on the bases, not only in the bag, but just all around, covering guys with first base, with runners in scoring position, making those double plays, but even just making the routine play.
Yeah.
It's exceptional.
And I also think too, when for having a guy like Vladdy over here at first base, when you're in the infield and you have to make that tough play and get rid of it, Vladdy does a great job with the footwork. He's a big target.
He's covering you.
Covers the whole footwork. He's covering you, and he can pick it too. He can pick it too. So, man, he's a weapon over there at first base, and we know you can't just stick anybody over there.
No.
A guy like Vladdy's becoming one of the best.
Postseason, man.
Best in the business.
The ball will find you at first base, Matty. I'm telling you, it happens every postseason. Big plays are made at first base.